What's going on, guys? Hope you've been having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about getting Delta Diamond Status, the highest publicly available status on Delta. It is doable. It is doable. It is going to take a little bit of work, and it's going to take a specific person to get it, but it is actually very accessible, and it is the most accessible premium status, like in terms of the top status, of any airline in the US currently flying today. It is doable. You can do it, and we're going to be showing you how. But before we do that, though, please, if you're new here, please do subscribe down below. I think we're at 61 subscribers on the channel right now. I really appreciate you all. If you're new here, subscribe, and let's get into it. So first, we're gonna talk about why it's a little bit difficult and weird. Silver is 5,000 MQDs, gold 10,000, platinum 15, and you'd think diamond would be 20, but it's not. It's 28, and that's a big jump up. And we're gonna be showing you why the value you get on Delta Diamond Status is enormous. It's really, really, really good, but it's hard to get. Now, is it doable? Yes, it's actually very, very doable if you're the sort of person that needs it. But yeah, let's just hop into the benefits first and kind of I want to show you why this is something worth chasing. I really, really believe in it. By the way, just for reference, I'm a Delta Platinum. I haven't actually succeeded in getting Delta Diamond, and I'm not even chasing it. But for me, I've decided Delta Platinum is better, but because I'm not that sort of person. But if you are, it can be very, 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 very valuable. All right, cool. So first of all, you get 4 global upgrade certificates or 8 regional upgrade certificates, or a combination of 2 and 4. I personally can't even begin to value. Oh, sorry. Just to begin, choice benefits. You get to pick 3 as a Delta Diamond member. These can be used on tickets booked as a part of a Delta vacation package, but they don't need to be. You can use them on any normal upgrade, any normal Delta flight. Cool. So how much are we valuing 4 global upgrade certificates? If you're the sort of person that's flying in premium economy international, the value of going, let's say, on a New York-London flight or an Atlanta-London flight from premium economy to business in terms of ticket cost is in the thousands. So the value of 4 of these can be easily $10,000. Now, again, that's in terms of cash, right? You can maybe, the value even can be, $7,000 a flight, right? So the value can be enormous, right? Absolutely enormous on these upgrade certificates. But again, you have to really not think about the cash value, but the value to you. For me, these are worth so much money. Each one's worth $1,000 at least. These are incredibly valuable. 8 regional upgrade certificates is nice. They're worth, $500 a piece, $300 a piece, but these are worth $1,000 a piece. So if you're going to be picking this, which you should, you pick the 4 global upgrade certificates. And right there, that's a ton of value. A ton of value. It's actually incredible. Okay, the next thing you can get is a $700 Amex statement credit. And if you have Delta, Delta Diamond Status, probably you have one of the Delta credit cards. So that's $700 in cash. 6,000 Starbucks rewards stores. Not that valuable. It's about 60 drinks. So if you're someone who uses uses Starbucks, you can consider it, but anyway, Delta Sky Club access, probably don't even consider this, just honestly, because it requires 2 benefit choice selections, and at that rate, you might as well just get this and then just pay for a Amex Platinum and just be done with the damn thing. All right, you can also get a $2,000 MQD accelerator towards the medallion qualification year. Not valuable either, I don't think, unless you have a really good sense of what your finances are going to be the next year and what you need to actually hit it. But for most people, that doesn't really make sense. Gift gold status to 2 members. I actually like this one. Gold status is quite valuable. There's a lot of benefits associated with that, and people absolutely love when you get like that's an actually insane present to give someone. So I've actually considered doing that on my Platinum because I also get a choice benefit. I haven't, but I've considered it. You can also get 35,000 bonus miles, which is actually worth quite a lot because you get to take off 15. And so let's say we value that at $500, right? That's reasonable. $500 Delta vacation experience, ignore that. $250 sustainable aviation fuel contribution. That's insane because you could just get a $700 statement credit and then just donate it, so that doesn't make any sense. Delta travel voucher, again, not why would you do that when you could get bonus miles, which are worth more. And a $2,000 wheels up flight credit. Again, if you're someone who's booking private, jet travel, maybe go for that, but otherwise, I would never do that. Okay, so really what you're looking at here, and you get to pick 3, and you can't double up on these, by the way, on these 2. Really what you're looking at is 4 global upgrade certificates, the statement credit, And the last one, I think you either go to the gift status or just get the miles. This is probably worth more than the miles, but again, it doesn't do you any good. So if you have someone who you want to give it to in your life, go for that. Otherwise, the choice is yours. But definitely get these two. And the value from this alone is in the thousands. I mean, you cannot tell me that this isn't in the thousands. Let's say you value these at $500 a pop, which is really undervalued. Already you get 2.7K in value just from these two. Let's just call it 3,000. I mean, that's insanely valuable for something that's pretty attainable, right? Pretty attainable. All right, so we're that's like sort of the basic one. All right, now something that's undervalued is $11 miles per dollar on qualifying flights, which is basically all flights that aren't basic economy, so that like our main cabin and above, like aren't like saver fares kind of thing. Okay, this is really valuable. It's 120% more than just being a basic member. So if you spend $1,000 on flights, you get 11,000 miles versus 5,000. So that's actually a really big increase. Let's say you spend $500 in flights. You're looking at $300, $400, $500 of value just on that bonus alone. Now in terms of airport benefits, you get a complimentary Clear membership. You might already have one probably if you're flying that much, so probably not that valuable because you can get it free with credit cards, and you do get high priority in terms of being seated and everything like that, which again, hopefully you're in Delta One or first class based on your upgrade certificates. And you get expedited baggage and all those sorts of things. Now the thing people get really excited about are these unlimited complimentary upgrades. And if you have Delta Diamond and you have a reserve card, you're pretty much guaranteed if there's a seat in first class that it will be yours, unless it's fully booked, obviously. If you're flying any normal route, that you're gonna get pretty much upgraded. Obviously, you can. The Delta One upgrade certificates are a little bit tricky, but in terms of first class, you're probably going to get it, right? Because 5 days before departure, there's usually a first class seat available, and that's going to be yours. All right, so Comfort Plus upgrades. We're valuing, by the way, each of these. Let's say each one of these is valued in the thousands again as an upgrade, because those New York, LA flights are extremely expensive. In Delta One, and the experience is so much nicer than domestic first class. You're talking full lie flat seats. Domestic first class is also quite a nice experience, really, cushy seats, but nothing compared to Delta One. The value of these each is in the mid hundreds, let's say 2 to 5, depending on the leg you're flying there. Sometimes a little bit less, depending on if it's like Austin Houston, right, which is like a 15-minute flight, probably not worth anything. But if it's New York to Austin, there you go. It can be extremely, a much nicer experience. Sitting, having your own armrest, not being squeezed in with anyone, especially, and really great for working on. So here you can, and these two aren't really valuable at all. So here you're looking at really, pretty terrific benefits. Seriously, if you're flying a lot, and you should be if you have Diamond status, then you're getting, even just on this, you're getting thousands of dollars in value. Let's say 2 to 5, depending on how much you're flying, right? So we're looking at already about $5,000 of value. Now you do get first check back free, which you get for all the basic statuses, and same name confirmed fees. Not really any sort of benefit there for most people. Now an underrated benefit, and I've talked about this before, is the VIP phone line, because you get through like that. My dad's been Diamond, and he literally just calls up and he's right through. And if you've had to call these people, the wait times can be long. And so depending on the price you put on your time, this can add up. Really fast. And none of these other benefits, by the way, are all that valuable. Okay, so how do we get Diamond Medallion status? Now, I'm not going to lie to you, it is a little tough, but for a lot of people, it's very doable. If you're the sort of person that would benefit from Diamond status, it's not that hard to get. Okay, so let's talk first about these credit card bonuses. So for each credit card you have of the 4 Delta credit cards, you can't double up you can't get 2 business reserves, as an example, right? So it's you can get up to 4. You get 2,500 MQDs. Now, if you're chasing Diamond status, you're going to get all 4. Right, realistically, and that gets you a 10,000 MQDs right there. Now, the cost of these is $2,000 in annual fees combined, and I know that's scary, and I know it's a lot, but for each one, you get a companion certificate. So here, these two you get first class certificates, and here these two you get economy certificates used inside the Continental 50, Caribbean, I think Canada as well, and Mexico. So basically, pretty much inside North America, you get upgraded. You get a companion fare. And the value pretty much offsets the entire annual fee. Because of that credit there, we're really targeting here just getting your annual fee back. And getting $350 back on an economy flight for a companion, totally doable. Getting $650 back on a first class flight, totally doable. Totally doable. So if you're someone that needs to fly with a companion, getting all 4 of these is not insane. It's not insane. If you fly 4 times a year with a companion, it is not at all insane to get all 4. And I know it's a lot, but there's other credits here, like $100 Resi credit. I think it adds up to about $600 in total across these. Of Resi credits, you get Delta Stays credits, which, again, not that valuable. But you get, and rideshare and some other things. But pretty much, even if you don't use the other credits, which are a pain in the ass to use sometimes, you can make a legitimate argument that this is something you should chase and this is something you should get. So for me, at least, the value of this is pretty much, if you're someone who's going to fly that much, just get one. Like, straight up, it's worth it pretty much for almost anybody. Just pull the trigger, just get one. Or get all 4, over time. You get great bonuses. It's pretty much just going to be worth it for you to get all 4 if you're chasing the status. So we're already at 10,000 MQDs. We're already at 10,000 MQDs just from that alone. Okay. You also get 1 MQD per dollar on vacation packages. Not worth it. Pretty much ever using. I just book a normal vacation. Why would you do that? And then you get 1 MQD per dollar spent on a Delta flight. So you might think you might need to spend, $18,000 on Delta flights plus those, but that's not quite accurate, right? It's because of this. So you get 1 MQD for each $10 of purchases on the reserve and reserve business. So if you have all 4, or even if you have just the reserve, you're going to be putting all your spend on the business card. You can put personal spending on business cards, by the way. No one really cares because 1 MQD because basically you get a better multiplier on the reserve business if you're interested. You get 1.5x on transit, U.S. shipping, and office supply store purchases. Again, not great, but whatever. So you're really looking at, let's say you spend $100,000 a year, right? And I know that's a lot, but that's doable for a lot of people. If you're someone who spends a ton of money, around on Amazon, whatever, you have a big family, you can spend $100,000 on these cards. And right there, that's 10,000 MQDs. So you need to make up the last 8,000 pretty much in flying. And I know, again, that's a lot. But if you're flying, think about it like this. If you're flying $500 tickets and you do it 16 times a year, boom, that's $8,000. So it is doable. It is doable. And I really think, I hope I've shown that the value you can get is pretty enormous. And if you're someone who spends a lot of money, and there's, by the way, ways of cheating the spending so you can acquire MQDs easily. If you're someone who spends that much, it's an option worth considering. If you spend a lot, fly a lot on Delta, it's actually very, very doable. It's very, very doable. The value is insane. And I really would like to know, does anyone have all 4 in the comments down below? And what's been your experience? Because I think the value that you get on these credit cards is terrific, honestly. And the value you get, with these credit cards, flying on Delta, spending the money, and getting that Delta Medallion status, even just for the upgrades, not even including these global upgrade certificates, which are extremely valuable, but even just for the statement credit, gifting these, or even just the bonus miles. Yeah, it can be extraordinary. So anyway, I hope you did enjoy the video. Hope that was useful to you. If you did enjoy, please do subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one.